trucks because we're making big deals on wheels. We're up to our ears in 91 GMC Sierras, Sonomas, and Jimmys. They just gotta go. Take $750 cash back on new 91 Sonomas. And when it comes to Sierras, hey, what can we say? So many trucks, so little time, they're priced to go and go fast. Big deals on wheels. Make your move today to your Great Lake GMC Truck Team dealer of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana.
The explosive photograph of Prince Albert and the porn star on hard copy.
From the NBC Tower, this is Sports Sunday, the complete wrap-up of today's Bears game, plus all the action around the NFL. Sports Sunday with Mark Giangreco and the Bears' Steve McMichael.
Now it's time to have some fun. I get 200 times a day. The bread snaps on my toes. No one can tell me what to do because it's my show. That's right, because it's my show. Yes, it is. It's my show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Sports Sunday.
Mungo like football.
Little extra antifreeze after the game, huh?
Well, you know, big victory.
It was a bitter November afternoon. The Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions doing battle on the frozen tundra of Soldier Field. This man among them. It's pretty
Would it
cold
be
out there.
apropos to say freeze the balls off a brass monkey?
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be kosher, I don't think. It's going to be a rough night, folks. Strap it in. Well, fellas, you saw it, and it wasn't pretty, but they never are anymore. All it was another win. The Bears grabbing the lion's share of first place in the NFC Central and running their record to 7-2. Picking up in the first quarter, in fact, the very first play of the game. Neal takes it off left side, 19 yards, but they had to settle for a Butler field goal, and the score was 3-0 Bears at the end of the first quarter. We move to further action in the second quarter, where the elusive Barry Sanders got his big 12-yard run, his biggest. He finished with only 52 as the defense did its job.
The field probably did a job on him, but, you know, without the traction with a guy like that, you know, a guy like to move pretty fast around, but, you know, it's tough playing those guys with Barry Sanders back there. I think losing their quarterback probably hurting them a little bit too, but we had to do what we had to do.
Well, the Lions did what they had to do as Eric Kramer hit Brett Perryman, who beat John Mangum to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit, 7-3 Lions. Now, the wind was wild. Watch the ball all the way on Maury Buford's punt. It sails out of bounds and drops right in the practice net. You got to get at least 2 points for that. Then Kramer is picked off by Mangan. Unfortunately, the Bears fumbled it right back. A few possessions later, the Lions eventually got a field goal. It was 10-3 at halftime. But
it was a big thrill for me, especially the first of the year. I guess my first regular season interception, because I had one last year in the playoffs. But it was anything to keep their offense off the field is fine with me, because they're very explosive, and I knew if we could give our offense the ball enough, they'd score.
We move to further action in the third quarter, where off another Buford punt, the ball hits Melvin Jenkins. Kaz gets in the way. Mo Douglas is there to recover it. That led to another field goal, 10-6.
Mel Gray was in a bad position because the ball hit off one of his guys' legs, and he just tried to recover it, but he didn't dive on it. And when he was diving for it, when he put his hands on it, Glenn hit it, and it hit off of Glenn's hip or something, and I just dove on it, and they were trying to pull it from me, but I left too many weights not to get the ball taken from me.
And then later, Harbaugh hit Wendell Davis deep twice. The second time, Davis came back to get it in the end zone. Touchdown Bears. 13-10 was the score as they finally started clicking on offense.
A play we called the X option, I had the option, the same play I called in New Orleans, and Harbaugh threw a great pass, and I just came back for the ball.
We moved to further action in the fourth quarter, where Harbaugh looked a couple of times for Wendell, kept looking, finally found him, and the Bears win another tough one, 20-10, just the way they wrote it up on the chalkboard.
I messed up that play, but Harbaugh redeemed me and threw the ball wide open in his zone.
We can come from behind, we know that, but I'm looking for somewhere along the line. I'd like to get a blowout and not have to, have all this trouble.
Basically have one laugher, but as long as we can keep winning, we'll settle for that because it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
I thought we played hard, and it looks nice to see dirty uniforms again.
Yeah, get dirty. No offense, though, but the Bears' offense was non-existent for almost 3 quarters again. However, Tom Scher's closer look shows a few adjustments can do wonders.
It wasn't the kind of homecoming the Bears expected after a couple of weeks on the road.
Their defense was thumping pretty good.
Oh, yeah, we knew that coming to the ball game. Got a great defense. Great nose guard, Jared Ball. The linebackers play extremely well.
We had some good plays, but, give them credit. They came after us a little bit, caused some problems. That's why you're 6-2. We didn't take them lightly.
We went paranoid. We actually got paranoid for a while and went into a little shell like clams and forgot what we were all about.
The Lions were in Jim Harbaugh's face, or literally on his back. For a while, Jerry Ball feasted on Jay Hilgenberg in the offensive line. That aborted play was the low point. The frustration boiled over, and the affable Hilge uncharacteristically declined post-game interviews. Jim Harbaugh did not, but he also didn't rip anybody.
And a couple times Jay was one-on-one with him, and that's tough for anybody. So he did a good job. One time I got sacked, probably held the ball a little bit too long, but I couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
One factor to consider is bear weather. The defense loves it. The hardy souls here at Soldier Field don't seem to mind it. But what about the wind? That can be a real problem for the offense, especially when it causes a wind chill of -8.
I think bear weather went out with the San Francisco NFC Championship game a few years ago.
I told our team last night that when we talked about bear weather, that meant something. I'm not sure anymore. We got to prove it again because, we haven't done that well in this kind of weather.
But late in the third quarter, an 83-yard drive began the Bears' turnaround. How'd they do it?
We started throwing the ball more.
And the Bears had 4 wide receivers on 2nd down? Sure, because fellas, in life, you have to make adjustments.
I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but they're bringing in 7 DBs, and we still got our tight end and fullback in the game. So then we started bringing in 2 extra receivers. That pretty much helped us a lot.
It gets your blood flowing a little bit. That's why you play the game is, to block naturally also, but to have the ball come your way. And, when they call your number, no matter what they ask of you to do, you better be ready and prepared to do it.
That second half, it wasn't cold at all. I think the adrenaline was pumping and, it was happening for us. I don't think anybody was worried about the cold at that time.
Of course, the minimum daily requirement for an offense is merely enough points to win. Today, the Bears got more than that. Let's hope these guys get used to it. At Soldier Field, Tom Scher, Channel 5 Sports.
There's Tom just hanging out right there.
Are we ready for the world according to Scher? Well, the highlights are over. Okay.
You are just completely out of control. Think you could pass that thing?
Pass it? I can't even swallow this damn
thing.
Boom.
Anyway, we saw Harbaugh yelling at Hilge. He was yelling at Ditka, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a heated discussion with Dick on the sidelines. And it was all give and no take.
A la Jim McMahon, huh?
Who?
Remember that guy? One eye, no leg, no arm.
Oh, yeah, he used to sit around and show us how... Well, never mind.
Yeah, anyway. When Sports Sunday continues, more from Ming, but we hope not too much. Stay with us.
Sports Sunday is brought to you in part by your local Ford dealers and by Budweiser.
A couple of years ago, I tried that Chevy truck. The one they said would finally beat Ford?
Don't remind me.
Well, they were wrong. So I'm going to get me a new Ford. They got a new F-150 out this year?
Oh, yeah?
It looks great, and the interior is excellent. Besides, why should I buy another Chevy when the only new thing on it is a price increase?
Got me?
Introducing the redesigned 1992 F-150, available now at your local Ford dealer for only $219 a month.
Well, one thing's for sure. I'll never switch again.
So I'm doing my sound check.
Hello.
And I hear this woman's voice.
Crunch that last chord. I'll show you.
She grabbed the guitar.
And then she started rocking. No, I mean rocking.
You're pretty good. Not.
Someone that hot deserves deserve something this cold. Suddenly, I remember this was a bud spot.
I like your style.
When you come in, you don't know if you're going to make it upstairs or not.
We don't know when the stray bullet is going to come through the window.
Drugs are bad. Prostitutes are bad. I'm afraid to go out, afraid to get on the elevator.
Does this sound like a safe place to live? A place for Chicago's senior citizens to live. An alarming story you shouldn't miss. Senior Prey, Monday on Channel 5 News at 5.
I've spent a lot of time up in the wild blue yonder. That's a place where up to 42% of the heat from your gas furnace can go if it's 10 years old. Change to a new Bryant Plus 90 gas furnace. It's 96% fuel efficient.
For gas furnaces that are built with the right stuff to last, check your yellow pages for the Bryant dealer near you.
So get a Bryant Plus 90 and bring your fuel bill back down to earth. Bryant, the right stuff to last.
Welcome back to Sports Sunday. What is that?
Oh, somebody sent me a genuine bear ass scratcher.
Don't
worry, Mark.
That's from Tom Crow, our security guard.
Oh, it works too.
Works at Soldier Field too. First, let's take a look at Barry Sanders. He was held to just 52 yards on 12 carries, no touchdowns, and was running east-west most of the day instead of north-south. But see here, he's caught twice. He still gets 9 yards.
I know. He's a phenomenal talent. He broke tackles all day today. That was our scheme, to shut him off in the middle and make him run out to the boundaries.
Then he runs up the middle, shows some power, running over people.
He missed just like I said, the runs he made, we missed tackles.
Here's the Walter Payton stiff arm. John Mangan got a face full on this one. He's strong everywhere.
Well, he's phenomenal. That's all I have to say about that.
I mean, I know they had to throw late in the game to catch up, but it was like they quit on him in the game plan in the second half.
I know we're going to have to play in Detroit against him on the AstroTurf, and that man is real scary.
Yes, comrade.
And why is this?
Yeah, pretty cold out there.
Colder than a well digger's butt in Siberia.
All right. The defense played well again. The defense played well again. I can't even do this.
How about if I put
Sean Gale, watch Sean Gale at the bottom of your screen. Stuffs the blocker. Denton Morrissey make the play.
My goodness. He was just trying to make another phenomenal play there, but we had people coming towards the pile. Vince Tobin calls it bringing the sharks to the ball.
Ooh. In addition to Mangum, Donnell Wolford came up with an interception that snuffed out another Lion drive.
That was one of the big plays of the game right there. Even though we did turn the ball over right back to them, we had them down at their end of the field.
Then you get your big paw up here again, and the fridge thinks he's got 6.
I know, I was just... I was stymied on the line of scrimmage by 2 guys. That's no big play.
Just flailing like an old man.
Flailing like a street fighter.
Wendell Davis, a great day, obviously. 6 catches, 98 yards. 29 was his longest, and he had 2 touchdowns. This is 21 yards to set up the first TD. Well, that's just air.
What happened to him?
See, he's wide open in the flat
Ditka.
there. Yeah, Air
the
Ditka.
Bears.
Splitting the zone.
The coach.
And here's a touchdown again. It was a rough day for this guy, Melvin Jenkins. Here he falls down. Didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah, we lucked out on that play. That was probably the play of the game there because that put us in the lead, and they had to get out of the offense they were running, which was keeping us off balance.
Then this was a blown play, actually made by Harbaugh. Finally finds Wendell, who admits that he blew the route. So, better be lucky than good, huh?
A blown play.
Yeah. I know you don't pay attention to the offense,
Well,
but
I thought we were going to quit making fun of moral majorities, but never mind. Yeah.
All right, so I assume
that wind tunnel tested dude. It just.
I assume that Wendell Davis is your beautiful man.
I'm going to tell you who the beautiful man is. Our equipment man, Gary Hager, has a coat drive every year. The fans.
That's not.
It's the truth.
For real.
The fans of Chicago are the most beautiful people because they brought 13,000 coats to the game to give to the homeless.
That's
today.
fantastic.
It's beautiful.
That is great.
Really was.
All right, next up on Sports Sunday. Thank you very much. The rest of Week 10, including those fortuitous Atlanta Falcons.
Sports Sunday is brought to you in part by Lexus.
It's not Waterford Crystal or a Hasselblad lens. It's a headlamp. And And if you think that's impressive, wait till you see what's attached. Introducing the new Lexus ES 300 Sport Sedan.
But I told you you have to come up with a little girl's name today.
Charlotte.
So, boys' names?
I want James.
Okay, for this time, what do you think we should have?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. If that's a boy, it really kicks hard, huh? Listen.
At HMO Illinois, a Blue Cross HMO, you'll get the very best prenatal care and the choice of more doctors in more places than any other plan.
Is James or Charlotte gonna be my friend?
A couple of years ago, I tried that Chevy truck. You know, the one they said would finally beat Ford?
Don't remind me.
Well, they were wrong. So I'm going to get me a new Ford. You know, they got a new F-150 out this year.
Oh, yeah?
It looks great, and the interior's excellent. Besides, why should I buy another Chevy when the only new thing on it is a price increase?
Got me?
Introducing the redesigned 1992 F-150, available now at your local Ford dealer for only $219 a month.
Well, one thing's for sure. I'll never switch again.
Sat on their park bench. When you come in, you don't know if you're going to make it upstairs or not.
We don't know when the stray bullet is going to come through the window.
Drugs are bad. Prostitutes are bad. I'm afraid to go out. Afraid to get on the elevator.
Does this sound like a safe place to live? A place for Chicago's senior citizens to live. An alarming story you shouldn't miss. Senior Prey, Monday on Channel 5 News at 5.
Operation Able's job fair for workers over 45 is November 19th at 9 a.m. at McCormick Center Hotel. Call 580-0399.
Welcome back.
And I tell you, I'm sorry, Will.
So the Bears today assumed their usual station in life. Sole leaders of the NFC Central with the Bucs and Packers finished, and the Vikings at 500. First up, Green Bay visiting the Jets. Ken O'Brien, time running out in the half, heaves the Hail Mary. Watch it. Ping, pang, pong, right to Chris Burkett for the touchdown.
Goodness.
That was beautiful. But it went to overtime where Pat Leahy, who forced OT, won it with this 37-yard field goal. The Pack loses 19-16.
The Jets are a good team, where we're lucky to beat them.
They're a very good team. The Vikings and the Buccaneers. Jerry Burns asking Tom Kelly, how the heck do you win the big one? Third quarter, Rich Gannon, the old Statue of Liberty, gives to Terry Allen. In for the ineffective Herschel Walker. He follows his blockers beautifully, weaves through the traffic, and then just bulls his way in for the score. 7-6 at that point. Then they blew it open.
Did this guy run for in Herschel Walker's stuff?
127. He got 55 right here in the TD. I don't think Herschel could have had it.
We got to play these guys next week, right?
That's right.
This guy here?
He's pretty tough.
Oh, my God.
Vikings win at 28-13, so it's the Metrodome Monday. Yeah, real tough time winning there, obviously.
Don't get me fired up, or I'm going to bring my cat o' nine tails out. I'm ready for Minnesota, baby. It's time.
I'm warning you.
It's time. I'll chastise myself.
He loves that.
I'm abusing myself until this weekend, baby. I can't wait to get to the Metrodome.
All right.
I'm a little harsh from this because I was excited.
You're a big
I was
horse.
excited. I'm a little harsh because I was excited.
All right, let's now fly around the rest of the NFL and get you caught up. First game, the big game, Washington and Houston. Some say the two best teams in the NFL. Lorenzo White's touchdown here, less than 2 minutes to go.
I say guffaw.
Tied it at 13. Domino Pizza Man, Jack Pardee, hoping the game's over in 30 minutes or less. But Ian Houfield can win it in regulation for the Oilers. He blows the 33-yard chip shot, and we go to overtime. Then it's Chip Lowmiller's turn. Do you think he misses it? No way. 31 yards.
Oh, no, I just can't believe that they're undefeated like that.
They are. 16-13 victory. They're 9-0.
Well, I'll be a suck-egg nanny goat.
Blustering day in Buffalo. New England, Sean McCarthy's punt is like the Energizer Bunny. You know why? Because it just keeps going and going and going, and it's down on the 1-foot line, a 93-yard punt.
I'm telling you.
Third and short now. Thurman Thomas looks like Barry Sanders as he hops, skips, and jumps his way to daylight. And the Bills pull out a tough one against the Patriots, 22-17 at Rich Stadium. Here's one for you. The Bengals leading the Browns. Matt Stover going for 11 field goals in a row. It's up and clank. It's no good. Less than 2 minutes left there. The Browns could have won it again.
Jeez, I feel sorry for him.
Bernie Kosar Deep to Brian Brennan. Great pass. He's wide open in the end zone. Clank. They blow that chance. The Browns could have put it away again. And this goes awry. Eric Thomas blocks another Stover try. And Cincinnati wins their first game of the year, 23-21. So Sam Weish does not blow an artery this week.
Yeah.
The Dolphins and the Colts, Dan Marino to Mark Duper. Easy touchdown, and Miami holds on to win this one as Indianapolis' Rick Venturi praying for his first ever win as a pro, and it's not answered. And the Mammals win at 10-6. Cowboys, no problem with Phoenix. Emmitt Smith had 3 big touchdowns today, including that one. Dallas wins at 27-7. And the Rams, giving the Saints quite a game, but here Pat Swilling takes Jim Everett's head right off. Now, I know you love this kind of stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
And New Orleans wins at 24-17.
Him like a red-headed stepchild, didn't he?
49ers and Falcons, Steve Young in trouble in his own end zone. He's just going to let this thing fly and hope for the best. John Taylor is double teamed. He's sandwiched, but somehow he just pops loose and goes 97 yards as Dion cannot catch him. 7-0 San Francisco. Shoestring doesn't work there. Billy Joe Tolliver in for the injured Chris Miller. Another Hail Mary heave. This one is answered as well as miraculously Michael Haynes sucks it in the middle of that crowd. And Atlanta beats San Francisco for the second time this year, 17-14.
Somebody's been living right, and I don't think it's Jerry Glanville.
Denver and Pittsburgh. Elway calls his own number on the draw, and the Broncos beat the Steelers 20-13. Recap it on the board. Bears win it. Detroit is now 6-3. The Jets beat the Pack. Green Bay is 2-7. Minnesota over Tampa. The Bucks are 1-8. Atlanta over San Francisco for a sweep. New Orleans, they're now 8-1. Dallas over Phoenix. Washington's 9-0. Houston is 7-2. Cincinnati beat Cleveland for their first victory. Buffalo's 8-1 with a winner over the Patriots. A win over the Patriots, that is. Miami down Indianapolis. You're making me nervous.
That's really good.
Denver down Pittsburgh. The rest of the AFC West was off today. Tomorrow, it's the Giants at Philadelphia. Jim McMahon, injured again, but we'll try to play.
This dessert is magnificent.
What is that?
We ate at Scoozy's tonight, and that's where I got had a few too many, but you know how it is.
I know,
so have a big treat, you know.
Stay with us. Prep Watch is next, and who knows what else.
You locked down?
Don't go away. No, thank you.
Prep Watch is brought to you in part by McDonald's.
LA is feeling blue. Detroit's the same way too.
'Cause only one team can repeat.
And only one town gets to eat. The McJordan Special now is back in town. It's some awfully good eating. That's why it bears repeating. The McJordan Special is back in town.
McDonald's today.
You know, I was in the market for a new car. Oh, really? And I looked at Hyundai and I looked at Geo. And then I stopped by the Ford dealership and drove one of those new Ford Escorts. Was I surprised? It handled well, it got great mileage, and it has this new 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and a much better safety record than some of the other cars that I drove.
The 1992 Ford Escort. Comfort, reliability, and value for only $168 a month at your local Ford dealer.
Oh, but don't tell him what I paid for it. Let him guess.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
My dad taught me everything I know about cars. He only got one thing wrong. He never told me to bring my car to CarX for brakes.
Yeah, I always went some other place.
These guys are real pros. I get quality parts and a lifetime guarantee on my shoes and pads.
Well, I always went some other place.
Dad, do you think you get expert work like this for so little at some other place?
What other place?
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, call the CarX man.
So we're enjoying our favorite spot. And we see this old guy.
Hey, Bobs!
Then there was this huge wave. We thought the old guy was history. That was hot. Anyway, we were impressed.
Guru dude, want a cold bud?
Groovy. Groovy. Despite our language differences, all surfers share a universal communication. Oops.
Whoa.
We are back.
Oh, excuse me, are we on?
In Prep Watch tonight, hockey, soccer, and football stars all outstanding in their field. Here's John
Outstanding
Kelly.
in the field. That's
First up on our venue, New Trier facing Oak Park for the Field Hockey State Championship. The Huskies got into the finals by knocking off top-ranked and unbeaten Lake Forest, while the Trevians downed Homewood Flossmoor. Two evenly matched teams, and after both failed to score in regulation and a 10-minute overtime, the title came down to a shootout. Kerry Nowacki proved to be the hero for New Trier, scoring the only goal of the shootout, giving the Trevians the championship with a 1-0 final. Next, it's soccer, where we make a move to the Naperville Central Sectional. Glenbard West wearing dark, taking on Naperville North. Hilltopper J.T. Church providing all of Glenbard's offense, using a nice move for his first score and executing on the penalty kick for a second. Glenbard West takes it 2-1 and continues its road through the state tourney. Well, once again, it's that time of year. The weather outside turns frightful, and for high school football, that can mean just one thing. It's state playoff time. Everything kicks off on Wednesday, and here's a few of those premier matchups. In Class 5A, Richards, perfect at 9-0, invades 7-2 Robeson. Joliet Catholic, also boasting an untarnished record, takes on Galesburg. And in 6A, Loyola, finishing the year without a loss, puts everything on the line against Schurz. And Glenbard West sports the impressive 9-0 record and visits Willowbrook. On to some pre-playoff action, and it's a classic defensive battle between Lake Forest and Morris High. After a scoreless first half, Jeff Edwards breaks the ice, scoring on the 12-yard run, and the Redskins lead it 7-0. Now that score holds up until late in the game, when Andy Creeth dashes around the end with just 16 seconds to play. Lake Forest now trails by 1. Scout head coach Tom Myers has his team set up for the extra point, but holder Nick Boder takes off, scoring the 2-point conversion, giving Lake Forest the 8-7 victory. Finally, we give you Deerfield at Highland Park. On this cold November afternoon, the Warriors' Jason Masheris had no problem heating things up. Following his powerful line, Masheris was off and running, cutting loose for 232 yards and a pair of touchdowns. No question a solid tune-up for this week's playoffs, as Deerfield cruises past the Giants for a 27-0 final. With this week's Prep Watch, John Kelly, Channel 5 Sports.
All right, John, thanks a lot. Tim Ryan.
My boy, T-Rock.
Tim Ryan wanted to join. Aren't you sorry you put your microphone on? Aren't you sorry that you became a part of this? Because we have been hitting an all-time low for the past couple of weeks.
Well, you know.
Well, this is an all-time high.
Teammates, you know, when teammates are tight, they hang together, brother.
Get off.
And I'm not talking.
Hey,
I'm not talking about shake and bake. Hey. You know what I'm talking about?
Why don't I just slip out of here?
You guys I wanted you to try a little bit of this dessert. T-Rock, help me with this, will you?
No, I don't think
Hey. Isn't that good?
That's very good. That's very good.
Let me get some of that.
Do I have any in my nose?
You want some?
Yeah, give me some.
Here,
give me that.
Yeah.
No.
I'll give you some.
No.
That's very good.
Are we still on the air? This show ain't over yet.
Finally tonight, though, I want you to take a look at this. The Lions, Eric Sanders, and Jim Arnold. Now, that's what I call friendship. Sharing the same muff.
Those guys don't play for the 49ers. What's going on around here?
I think the caption on that one should be, planning a spring wedding. It's a nice little
or springing something on somebody.
Wow. Holding a little bouquet. That's it. Hey, Tib, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
That's it for Sports Sunday for Tim Bryant and this disgusting animal.
I'm just so excited.
We're out of here.
Bears, 7-2.
Good night, everybody.
Bears, 7-2.
Shake and bake.
You picked this 8-8, didn't you?
We had a blast. So sorry it couldn't last. No need to wear a frown. Just 'cause the critics put me down. They say I'm crass. Well, they can go and kiss my. No one tells me how to talk.